Should you file H-1B amendment or should you not? What are the pros and cons? We know the cons, right? It's expensive, it's timely, you have to get HR involved. There's so many things. It's just, can we please not do it? But if you don't, what are the consequences? So in this video, we're gonna go over that. We're gonna use this particular story to explain it because we just got it approved. It's really, really important to know how to do it. And we are glad that we're making this video to show you, okay? So pros and cons, this case, let's go. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Tsang and Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. The legal problem is that life is complicated. This client was coming to work in the US, but they were supposed to be stationed far, far away from headquarters. And that's the job site, and that's where they're gonna work. Where are you gonna put the job location? And what we did was we first had the client come to the headquarters. Once the job site was certain, then we filed the amendment and make them go there. Another situation is that people work remote now, and people are even moving across state lines. If you are changing your location, or if you're changing your job description, well, that requires a completely different amendment. When you prepare your H-1B application, if the only thing is that this job description can constantly change and you're worried that you don't, every single time it changes, every half a year they get promoted, you don't want to spend more attorney fees and more filing fees because every time you file an amendment, you know, that's expensive, right? You can make the description a little broader so you are safe. You know, it's not just about getting the H-1B approved. A lot of times you can get the H-1B approved if you very narrowly define the job description, but then every 3 months you need to file an amendment, right? And so we really strategize with each company on how to craft this particular job description so it's more flexible. The second thing is the job location, job sites, right? If they're gonna work in different locations, you can also get different labor certification to show that they're working at these different locations, so you don't have to file as many amendments. So here is the amendment that we filed, and I want to go over this with you, right? So the first thing is you want to pull the original H-1B filing for that client's case, right? If you're HR, that's what you want to do, because a lot of it is repeating the same thing, but you want to shorten it. You don't want USCIS to re-adjudicate an already approved H-1B. I mean, that will be a nightmare. And I've seen USCIS re-adjudicate what they've previously approved during an amendment and then denying the case. It was a nightmare. So when we teach the HR departments, you just really focus on that the case was already approved. Here's all the proof about it. And then talk about what happened. This person came, then there's a new work offsite location that they need to go to. That's where the project is gonna hold place. It's the same job description, just a different location. Here's a new LCA, and we are providing everything, and this is the salary, and this is why they qualify. And you wanna go above and beyond and explain everything. 50% of the language is borrowed from the previous case, and we update all the rules, and we also update that we're just complying with the law. This is where a lot of people think like, do I really have to do it? Can I just not do it and somehow sneak out of it? Here's the unfortunate news. USCIS has the final guidance on when to file an amended or new H-1B petition. This is pretty significant because it really comes down to two things. When there is a material change in terms of conditions of employment, the petitioners must file an amended or new H-1B petition with the corresponding LCA. So you need to get a new LCA and you need to file the amendment. Or a change in the place of employment of the beneficiary to a geographical area requiring a corresponding LCA may be certified to the Department of Homeland Security with respect to the beneficiary may affect the eligibility for H-1B status. And so the question is, can I sneak away, get out of it? The truth is, if there is a fraud in inspection, if there's any documents that ever surfaces later on, it might come back and bite you. For example, you might be able to work offsite for 3 months and nobody really knows about it. There's no documentation. But let's say somehow in your HR report, it showed that you were working offsite for whatever reason. And you don't even know it was an HR report. But later on, when you're filing the perm, somehow that HR report was snuck in there and then you didn't get to see it. And then the officer was filed. And then an immigration officer adjudicating the I-140 or the 45 looks back into your history and says, oh, your H-1B was supposed to be in San Francisco, but here in your HR report, there was a period that you were in Hawaii for 3 months. You didn't file an amendment. Did you violate your H-1B? Stuff like that may come and bite you. So if there's any fraud inspection, if there's any unintentional thing that happened, if something you can easily correct, you should just be able to correct it. In the United States, this is the final rule by USCIS. If you change location, there's a material change where a new LCA is required, you should file an amendment. If you have a crazy change in job description, you should file it, right? And so prepare your case well. Again, this amendment is a 2-page clear explanation with a total of 9 exhibits, including the final description. We filed it, immediate approval, right? Amendments are not crazy difficult. It's straightforward, and just be safe. And we're happy to teach you. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. You know, we serve as the corporate counsel for so many companies. And if your company is not willing to do it, or they're requiring you to do it, no problem. We could just do it with you. It's okay. As long as the company is able to sign off on it, it's fine. So if you have any questions about amendments, feel free to reach out. I mean, I think I spent a lot of time talking about the importance of it and how simple it is, but hopefully you found this video helpful. And if I missed anything, or if you have any particular questions, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll try to address it. Okay? Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.